Point of order, Minority Leader.
Distinguished senators, members of representatives.
Let's stop now. If we cannot save this country, we stay in our homes. Our country is bleeding. People are in poverty. There's no food. People are hungry. Insecurity is threatening us. We cannot pretend. It's better we are not here. Than for next thing that you hear people are dying. Every day Nigerians are dying. We must learn to the occasion. And so me, Mr. President.
For this House, probably working with the Senate to come up with a clear strategy on how to engage the federal government to live up to its own agreements.
We must rise to it. They are killing people in the east, in the west, in the south, in the north. We should shut down the National Assembly if we cannot save this country.
Welcome to Political Arena. It's Friday's edition. Thank God it's Friday. Though it's pretty wet outside, but we are here in the studio to give you a robust discussion on the Presidential Election Petitions Court Judgment. Here, I'm John Glover. I'll be your anchor as usual. And with me in the studio, we have our formidable team with us here to do justice to this topic, the Presidential Election Petitions Court Judgment matters arising. Seated close to me is Comrade Francis Ohule JP. Comrade Francis Ohule JP is our PDP chieftain in Sapele local government area. You're welcome to our program.
Thank you for having me once more.
And seated close to him is Comrade Tunde Okorodudu. Comrade Tunde Okorodudu is an APC chieftain in Warri South local government area. Comrade Okorodudu, you're welcome.
Thank you for inviting me.
We must congratulate you on the outcome of the judgment.
Oh yeah, we are.
It's temporary.
Right now. Yeah.
All right. We also have in our midst Comrade Innocent Edoke, who is a regular face on the program. Comrade Innocent Edoke is a political analyst, but sympathetic to the obedient movement. You're welcome to our program.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
Or should you like to say you are a member of the obedient movement?
Thank you for having me.
All right. Now you're welcome. Yes, you can be part of our conversation this morning by calling us on 08150372800. The number will be displayed on your screen. You can call us. Let's hear your thoughts on our discussion this morning. All right away. Let's hear from Comrade. Let's hear from Innocent Edoke. What was your analysis of the Presidential Election Petitions Court Judgment? It was a 12-hour judgment. Comrade Innocent Edoke.
Myself, eh?
No, Innocent.
Innocent, not you.
Okay, you're all comrades here this morning.
When a man decides to conceal his face and then to give a judgment that is for all, it tells you the intention behind what they did. So the obedient family or Labour Party or PDP, as it case may be, have a right of appeal. They could go on to appeal the case, but I just think that the judges are not Filipinos. They are not from the UK. They are Nigerians, and they are a product of our country. And so the country will express itself even in the court's judgment. That is my brief analysis.
So will you say the judgment is fair? As in,
I use a statement. I said the country will find expression in the judgment.
Okay.
Because we are almost the headquarters of corruption worldwide.
Okay.
So you are finding.
So it's a reflection of what.
It's a reflection of what you see.
All right. Comrade Francis Ohule, JP. Your party has gone ahead to reject the judgment and all that, and they are appealing. Even your presidential candidate has said is appealing to the Supreme Court. What's your analysis of the judgment?
Well, we expect it to be like this because right from the day when the election was announced, when the result was announced by INEC, they told us that we should go to court. We should go to court. If an armed robber wrote a letter to you and tell you that I'm coming to your house, what will you do? You prepared. So on our own, we already know that this is what is going to happen because they have already planned they have their plan to make sure that the court process be in their own favor. Of course, if you look at the history of Nigeria, the judicial system has beginning to fail us. We don't have much confidence on them any longer. In those days, we hear sentence is not a conviction. The same judges. Now, in Imo State, back tire overtake front tire. The same Nigeria. We also have what is called a case de novo. After going to Supreme Court, they revise everybody back that they should start again. That case did not have headway. Today, we are now hearing that $450,000 forfeiture was not a conviction. Rather, it was a civil matter. A criminal is a criminal. For crying out loud. How can you say you are okay? As I'm here now, I will just go and say I'm leaving 1 million to somebody and go without me having something. There's something that made me to forfeit that 1 million. So for them to tell us now that it's a civil matter, it's not a conviction, it's a shame to Nigeria. Just like what my brother said, Nigeria have a history on this judgment. Although we are still on the process. What Tinubu said, the president, before he became the president, he said, go for the power, pursue it, grab it and run with it. He has already done that. He has grabbed it. He has started running with it. So we are still pursuing him. We will go to the Supreme Court. If Supreme Court say Tinubu has his way, which is the president, so be it. But Nigeria will stand a test of time. Like he said, Nigeria is now the president of corruption. You are not telling us that INEC cannot be forced to send their materials or the results to the collation center according to what they said. We are here in Nigeria when somebody told us that the electoral act now we write down that it cannot be ringed, that everything will be transmitted. Today they denied us all that. So we don't have hope on INEC, we don't have hope on judiciary, and so we don't have hope on the leadership of this country, because the people who took over from us, who are supposed to be the leaders, they are not showing us good example.
All right, thank you very much. We ask you can be part of this conversation by calling us on 081-5037-2800. Comrade Okorodu, you are at the middle of it all. So, what is your own assessment of the judgment? Is it your favor of your party and your friend, President?
Well, it's very, very unfortunate that young men like this are so pessimistic about their nation. This nation is a great nation. If you go to other countries,
we didn't say it's not great.
No, don't worry, just allow him.
Wait. You know, everything about what they've said here is negative. Nigeria is the most corrupt. Nigeria is the most this. This country is so beautiful. We have some errors here and there, but we're going to correct it.
Okay.
After all, who brought us to this problem we have now? It was the PDP government. So, yeah, it was delayed because the damage was deeply done. The corruption started with PDP, but that doesn't exonerate APC that is corrupt. I'm against corruption. I'm against anyone. But for you to come and say, the Tinubu say, grab it. In politics, you grab. You fight for what you believe in and take it. Nobody's going to come and give it to you on the platter at home. We fought for it, of course, but we fought legitimately, legally. That's why I say, go to court. When we went to court, now you see the outcome. I mean, they were shopping for evidence. You're supposed to bring evidence to court. You don't go to court and say, well, I suspect there's some blurring result. Come on.
All right. We have a call. Let's just, hello. Please turn down the volume of your TV set. Yes, what's your name and where are you calling from? Oh, sorry, you can continue. Let's take call.
So basically, to me, you know, Nigeria is heading to the right direction. As we are talking right now, we are cutting deals in India, in Europe, and everything to create jobs. Jobs is the key. When you have people depressed, but they have employment, it will be reduced.
So you say the court judgment was
Oh yes, the government is working.
The judgment.
One of the richest Indian magnets.
They ask you a question now. The judgment, we are not talking about India.
The judgment is fair.
The judgment is a done deal already. That one, look, we are past the judgment. We are moving forward.
Okay.
You're still talking about judgment.
No, they asked you a question.
Forget about judgment. We are talking about
that was the question they asked
delivering on our promise. We're not talking about what judgment. You don't
So
have you don't even have a case. You don't even have an evidence in court to fight the case. You want judgment. What judgment? The Supreme Court will deliberate. They will even strike everything out of court. You quote me on that. And you know, I always come here and say exactly what's going to happen. And it happened. I don't know any of them, but I just know I have confidence in our judiciary.
All right, when we call now, hello, what's your name? Where are you calling from? Turn down the volume of your TV set. We're listening to you now. Hello? Yes, turn down the volume of your TV set. We can hear you. What is your name? What is your name, first of all? What is your name and where are you calling from? All right, now, Commander said it. Okay, I want you to explain it because the judges, according to some lawyers, that the judges took their time to really explain the evidences and the witnesses before them and how those witnesses, and even shielded some of the lawyers for not doing a thorough job. So how come you people still believe that the judgment was influenced?
Are you talking?
No. Commander said it. Okay.
You take your time to defend black and say it's white. That you spend 2 hours to paint black and call it white does not make it white. The thing is this judgment give room to people to perverse equity. It gives room for you to manipulate. If you are to toe the part of the judgment, it gives room for you to manipulate other things. You tell me that a man, because his passport of a different country has expired, it therefore means he never had a passport. It's questionable. That's the judgment. And because the passport has expired, therefore it's no longer an issue for consideration. You tell me that because a man was fined, that fine is not a punishment for an act. And you begin to give me dictionary definition of a fine and a forfeiture. If you tell me that a man who everything stand to, that INEC gave documents that the man withdrew his candidature on the 13th and became a vice presidential candidate on the 14th, and the other person said this is not so, this person became a candidate after he withdrew, after he became a candidate. And for the fact that I gave you that document, and because another person who is trying to protect what he or she has done gave it a counter document, you take the one the next person gave and you throw mine away. The judgment is, there's so many loopholes in the judgment. However, we are not judges, so we cannot sit down and begin to question their judgment because they are called the Lords.
Yes.
They have the right to decide things.
Okay. Let's just hear from this caller. Hello. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from
turn down the volume of TV set. You're calling from Jedu.
I'm calling from Shekiri.
Bokodo Shekiri. What's your name, please? Your TV set is Groshi, please. Okay, what is your name? Romanos.
My name is Tony Kari.
Tony Kari. Okay. Tony Kari. Okay. Okay. Yes. Let's hear you. Yes. Okay. Please go ahead.
I want to talk to our dad there. Mr. Okorodudu or Okorodudu.
Yes, he's listening.
If with error we have to do.
You see, if you don't turn down the volume of TV set, I will yank you up.
This is because the national television that they have to grab it. Let me tell you that.
Turn the television down.
The TV set is encroaching, but he was trying to talk about when you said grab. But maybe he didn't hear when you said grab it legally. I think I heard that.
Grab.
Yeah, so when you said in politics
you
you
can
go
be
for
saying
power.
that in national TV.
He was trying to question your
to
saying
grab
to grab
statement.
power.
How
Your
do you
statement.
grab power? You go to election.
And it's
And if you don't protect your vote,
okay.
then they would scam your vote from you.
Okay, just throw more light on the grab you're talking
You can use any terminology.
Okay.
All those don't mean anything.
Yeah.
The bottom line is that the vote is counted and we got majority.
Okay.
And for those people who are talking about, oh, if somebody has been fined, let me tell you, are you going to force words into the FBI of the United States, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, under the auspices of the Inspector General of Nigerian Police, going to verify the record of a criminal record? They said, we do not have a criminal record on Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
Please correct.
So are you?
Please correct that.
Correct
It's not FBI.
It's
not FBI.
Look at, did you read?
No. The
Did you read the
statement even in the
judgment?
court says that
Did you read the
statement
judgment?
came from
From who?
the Consular General of the
No.
Listen, sir.
Let's hold on. We have to talk.
No.
We'll get back to this now. Hello.
Even that is.
Hello. Let's just listen to the caller. Hello.
I mean, you can't force a criminal to be a criminal.
Okay.
Don't force somebody to be a
We
criminal.
can't hear that. Just let him finish what he was saying.
So what I'm saying is this: look, all you hear from the losers are negative about Nigeria. So Nigeria don't have anything positive anymore. That is unfortunate.
We are tired of this.
You are tired. You caused it.
Okay, you said, okay, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question.
No, you can't ask me a question. I'm talking. Wait.
Talk.
Yeah, you caused it. This country was ruled for 60 years by a bunch of criminals.
So the
No, you can't say that. No, you can't say that on air.
So
Don't
say that.
Don't say that.
You need to withdraw that. You need to
So
withdraw
the blame
that.
is
Your man now that forfeited 460,000. Who is he?
The blame
You don't need to.
He's not a criminal.
No, you can't say that.
The country said
Don't
he
say
doesn't
so.
commit any crime.
No, what we're saying is
You
that.
can't go and force.
But you can't.
Don't use that word criminal.
No, you can't use a word as.
I said I want to ask you a
somebody
question.
because it's only the law
No, you are
that
not
can
the
pronounce
moderator.
somebody as a criminal. Now let's move on. He was talking about he talked about the case against the official case against Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and you have said that the US gave him a clean bill. Was it a criminal? But let's just hear from this call. Hello. Hello. Yes. What's your name? And where are you calling from? From where? All right, we can't hear that. We can't hear clearly. Your network. All right.
Basically,
yes.
This whole thing is we're just shopping for evidence that doesn't exist.
Okay.
It's time to move on.
Okay.
And we are moving on. They are still backpedaling.
All right.
Instead of going forward, they're backpedaling.
All right.
And that's not good for the nation.
Oh, okay.
When they won, Jonathan is a magnanimous leader. When he lost, he walked
okay.
away.
Let's
This one, they don't want to walk away.
Hello.
You want to rule by force?
Hello. Yeah, turn down the volume of your TV set. That's the problem.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you, but your TV set is encroaching.
I'm hearing you. Hello?
Okay. Yes. What's your name now? Where are you calling from?
My name is Dudu Emmanuel.
Tunde Emmanuel. Dudu Emmanuel. All right. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Ife community.
Ife. All right. Dudu Emmanuel. Yes. Let's listen to you now.
I beg, please, Oga in the middle, please, you should take it easy. She don't take it easy because this country is for everybody.
Nobody signed you.
There's no problem.
Don't worry. Just drop your contribution. Drop your contribution. Not to attack people here. They are here to express their views.
The Oga in the middle is attacking people. The Oga in the middle is attacking people.
Don't worry. You are not. You will soon be a guest one day. But then, just give us your contribution, please.
Oga, you see this country?
Yes.
Even whether the PDP and the APC, they are all the same.
Okay.
Are you getting me? The APC and the PDP, they are the same.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Your
They're just
contribution.
from one party to another party. Even when the Oga is calling people criminals.
Nobody is a criminal. We've corrected that.
But they are all the same thing. They are jumping from one party to another party to have ways to swamper Nigerians. So they should take it easy. They should fix this country. The people that have damaged the country, they should fix this country in the right place. understand what we are saying. That's also, you stop calling people criminals. Thank you.
All right, now, like we've said earlier, nobody is a criminal.
Yes,
He has
sir.
withdrawn that statement because it's only the law court that can actually pronounce somebody a criminal. All right, let's move on with our discussion now. Comrade Obule, what's next now?
Well, the matter is still in court.
But you said earlier that you people knew that this house was going to.
Yes, that is why.
Why then go to the court?
No. When you see, like I said earlier, when somebody said this is what I'm going to do, you prepare your house. We already know that we know that we are going to follow them to Supreme Court.
So you hope to get justice in the Supreme
By the grace of God.
Okay.
By the grace of God. Because you see, like what we are trying to say here, like I said, leadership is one big problem in this country. Then the leaders, they are so corrupt. They don't think of Nigeria. They think of themselves. And that's why I use that word when Tinubu said, grab it and run with it. Are you getting me? So if he didn't make that comment, you can go into your election and you win. Nobody will talk. But now,
But Comrade Odudu did you like grab it?
Yes,
And he said grab it legally.
No,
How can you
he
grab
didn't say grab it legally.
No, he said it.
No, himself.
No, he said it.
But the president did not
You
say
are
so.
misquoting.
No, I'm not saying you.
Okay, he said the president.
The president, which is the president, now did this use the word legally as at the time when he was saying. So you are not saying that it is legally.
Did we grab the whole of Eastern region?
So what I'm trying to say is that,
come on now,
like what the young man
anywhere
said,
they
yes,
lose,
Nigeria is
there's a
of,
problem.
let me say, we are in a very deep mess now.
All right.
Like what the question I wanted to ask him before now, which they said I cannot ask him.
Go ahead.
For example, you took your car to a mechanic to repair, and you discovered that the mechanic is not doing the car well, and you said you have another mechanic who can fix it. You now brought another mechanic to fix it, not knowing that mechanic does not know anything. What will you do? When we were in power, they said PDP is this, PDP is that. Now they took over power 2015. Today, cement is going to 7,000 naira now. Road is going to 7,000 naira now. You cannot, even to build house now is a problem. Now we cannot eat 3 square meal in this same Nigeria that you said PDP is bad. Before now, we didn't hear monkey thief money, snake thief money, termite eat money, baboon eat money. Under these same people who said PDP is bad, they are now telling us that monkey eat money, termite eat money. So all these things. But where is the repair you want to repair?
Okay,
where is the change you will say you want to change?
Let's allow
So that is the thing I am against. I am not against saying PDP is that. Like what I'm saying, yes. The people that are in APC today, they are in PDP.
They were in PDP, okay.
Even the people that are even Atiku that is contesting now, he was among the people who destroyed this PDP when they formed NPDP to work against us. Are you getting me? They paved way for APC to come in. Who is APC to win?
Okay.
To win us?
We're going to allow
that's what we call strategy.
All right.
Strategy.
Hello.
Use people to get
Okay.
what you
Now he made some allegations against your party that your party came to further cause a lot of harm in this country. I just wanted to respond briefly.
A lot of what?
A lot of harm to the economy of the country.
A lot of harm. That is destroy this country more because you people came with
What
change.
are you talking about?
Excuse me, listen.
We have a
Listen,
national security under the leadership.
listen.
Okay, he said the country is in silence. So let's leave it at that.
Country is in
Let's leave it at that. Hello. Yes, what's your name and where are you calling from? Please. Corina said, okay, we just need to move forward because we don't have time. Now, what's next? What's your advice? Will you advise the Labour Party presidential candidate and the party and then others to just allow this judgment to remain, or they should appeal? But let me just, this man and this number as we call it before you respond. Hello. Yes, what's your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, my name is Festus. I'm calling from Delta State.
Udu Festus from Udu. Yes, let's hear your own contribution, please, Festus.
Yes, I'm actually enjoying your program.
Thank you.
And my little contribution is that, to be honest with you, we Nigerians are not actually happy with the situation of what is happening in Nigeria today.
Okay.
Personally, I started contributing to the issue of election in Nigeria since 1999 of the age. And I was thinking that with the electoral act that was signed into law few years ago that our electoral process would have been in a very perfect condition, if not 100%, at least 70% of it would have been the condition. Till now, we are still talking about electoral issues. How do we justify somebody who, when people coming to the public, telling people that you are going to transmit election results electronically? Even though there was nothing like that in the Electoral Act. We know you are the Electoral Act gives you blank check.
It is there.
Give you go to do whatever you wish. But you came to the public and told us that this election will be transmitted electronically. And the people gladly went to the pool, collected their PVC with all the shopping and left to go that day around 10 a.m. 10. So the previous day before the other day, I left because I wanted to vote. I wanted to cast my vote. We made sure our result counted there, and we left. There was that that it was not in the law that the result should be transmitted. What are we even talking about transmission? The election was conducted in the polling unit level. It is very easy for us to take all the agents they have their results. All the security agencies they have their results. It's very easy. It's not just to calculate it from the polling unit to the national level, to the state and to local government water and to Abuja. Then this will be decided. What are we? The judiciary today are they telling Nigeria to go to now use to help themselves of electoral issue in Nigeria?
All right.
What they are driving to.
All right. I think we've heard his own view. All right. The question I want to ask, Comrade said, okay. Now, the failure of INEC to transmit the election result, does it invalidate the results? Because I believe that the lawyers of the Labour Party and the PDP, they have their own agents at the polling units. If INEC fails to transmit the result, they should have brought their own results, the results signed by their agents, and tender it as evidence. Does it mean that because INEC did not transmit the result is no longer valid?
Thank you for the question. Yes. Now, please, let's remember the processes of this court. The court granted an order to the various persons, the petitioners, contesting the result, and say that please make available all relevant documents to the petitioners during the process. And of course, it's common knowledge that INEC refused to make these documents available to certain petitioners. Be that as it may, let's go to the Electoral Act 2022. It is strange to hear in court that transmission and transfer as interchangeably used on the Electoral Act does not mean transmission of results. The Electoral Act specifically says scan the result of the polling unit and upload it. That is what we call transmission. What is transmission? It's the act of communicating something from a point to the other. Now, the judges are now saying that INEC was not compelled to transmit the result.
That's correct.
Of which she told every ad hoc staff that they have, every trainee, anybody that went through INEC process, just bring them to the studio, ask them. They were told that the result must be transmitted. But on the day of the election, all that happened is that House of Reps result were transmitted, Senate was transmitted on Presidential Day on 25th, but the presidency is always going offline. That That as it has happened. Then the man who is contesting the election has tabulated his result by states and by polling unit. And you are saying this tabulation because it's not coming from INEC.
Okay. Just hold on. Hello. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Good morning. My name is Mr. Ejaita.
Ejaita, where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Agbaro.
Agbaro, yes. What's your contribution this morning?
Okay, I want to talk to Mr. Mr. Kredo.
Okay. You seem to be the most popular here. Okay.
When our former president want to come to power from APC, when he want to come to power, he come with the word saying that change, right? Then, on his tenure, we discovered some rules that they were recovered, all these kind of things that nobody said for them. They initially said that this one is about it. Now, when Mr. Tinubu is coming as our president, he said one word, this is my son. Right? I said he said, right? The Miloko, this is my son. But unfortunately, they go to the election. And we see that Mr. Obi needs so many units, right? We need so many local governments. We need some states. On those states, the people were manipulated. What did the Israel say about it? Nothing.
All right, now it's not in your position to say if results were manipulated because you are not the judge, you are not the electoral umpire. I believe the Labour Party went to court with their evidences, and the judges have been able
now
to
come up.
So let's just allow you.
The history of the Court of Appeal in Nigeria is what has found expression. You hear people saying you are going to shop for judgment. Listen, sir, you don't throw off an evidence on the basis of technicality. That's all that happened in this judgment. We are not against them. They are fellow Nigerians. Fortunately, all of us will go to the filling station to buy fuel, even the judges.
Exactly.
So, if they say let's damage this country, they have lived their life. It will come to a stage we will say no.
All right. So what is the way forward?
The way forward is to follow the process to the end.
Follow the process
to the end.
To the Supreme Court.
Yes.
All right.
Well, first of all, the Supreme Court, their job is to interpret the Constitution. Where an electoral act has conflict with the Constitution, whatever the Constitution says, take precedent over the act. An act is just a law passed by the National Assembly. But the Constitution is a document that was agreed upon as a living document for Nigeria. The Constitution says that the current way and contemporary way of judging an election is by tabulating the votes from polling units to the collation center and etc. So if the chairman of the Electoral Commission found some hackers trying to hack the result, remember there are a lot of hackers in this country, and we have to protect the result. So the problem is, if you have an agent in your unit, the agent should come and produce their result. They have 3,000 agents in the whole of Nigeria, and they want to win the whole of Nigeria. You have to have somebody representing you there in all the polling units. APC has representation. PDP has representation. What happened to Labour Party?
They did. They have.
All right. So let's hear your remark on this issue, because there's something I just want us to touch briefly before we go.
On which issue?
This judgment. What's your last?
To me, they have given their judgment.
Okay.
Like a story I heard some time ago. He said, if I'm your father, are you my friend? If I'm your father's friend, are you my friend? I've given my judgment. If you don't like it, go to the next line of action. So as it is now, we are going to go to appeal. From appeal, by the grace of God, if we get it right in appeal and they decide to go to Supreme, we will follow them. But if we lose it at the appeal level, we also go to Supreme Court. After that, we'll begin to plan ahead to see how we can put our house in order and see how we can voluntarily, legally take power from the state.
We have just 2 minutes. We have 2 minutes left. But I want us to assess the President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's government 100 days in office. What's the assessment? Just one sentence.
I should assess Tribunal now.
100 days in office.
We are in big mess because as I'm talking to you now, I don't travel to Benin with my car. The federal road is bad. I don't travel to even Ughelli with my car because of the high cost of fuel. I use either Kowa bus or maybe transport to go to anywhere I want to go to. Because Tinubu cannot frustrate me. It's only God I hold now. I have lived Tinubu.
All right, thank you very much.
The
Thank you very much.
government.
You
So
respond
if you want me to assess him now, I have nothing to assess him.
all right, so Comrade said okay. No, we are coming to you. You respond final. Yeah, Comrade said okay.
My
100 days.
assessment is that.
Let's take sentiments and party affiliation apart.
Sentiment, party affiliation, objectively.
Yes.
We're in agony.
Agony.
Yes. We're in agony. An average family can't feed. Cost of anything you buy yesterday cannot be the same tomorrow morning.
All right. Comrade Tunde Okorodudu.
Well, this experience we're having is a global experience.
Okay.
So people make it look like Nigeria is the worst country in the world.
Okay.
One akpu in London is £1. And I have a video here. They said he wants to eat 4 akpu and he's going to pay £4. £4. Each £1 is 1,200 naira equivalent. So go to America, where I stayed for many years. It wasn't like this. People are sleeping all over the streets now. When you talk about the election, did Donald Trump try to fight an election too? It's not. It's a universal issue. We're having our own problem now.
So what's the assessment of Bola Ahmed Tinubu?
Well, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, do you know that within 90 days he has been able to garner 1.something trillion that is being disbursed? Look, people don't talk about their governors. Everything Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Bola Ahmed. What is your governor doing? We can
wait. They've not asked you to assess the government. What are you saying?
We are coming to the government. We want to dedicate.
They ask you a question, you cannot respond.
We'll dedicate a whole program for the assessment of the
I've
government
told you that.
by Monday.
Respond to the question.
We are saving money to take care of the palliatives.
So it's on course.
1.something trillion is being saved within the past 2 months, and that money
And
goes
it's going to the hands of the elites.
Who's elites?
Or to the public.
We are taking it from the elites.
All
We
right,
are the only governor.
We lie
We
to
are the
ourselves.
only people.
All right, thank you very much. I
audacity
think that's all.
fight the
We
elites.
are lying to ourselves.
Yes,
All
we
right,
are the only party that
When they
will
ask you
fight the
simple
elites.
questions,
We are lying
you're
to
not
ourselves.
lying.
It's okay.
Gentlemen,
We are lying to ourselves.
Gentlemen,
Well,
that's all we can
democracy.
take. That's all we can take for our program for today. Special thanks to my team of panelists, Comrade Tunde Okorodudu, who seem to be on the hot seat today.
I'm always ready.
APC chief
I told them
Maurice
we're gonna
Santo
win.
Government area. Thank you very
This
much
is
for
not
your
winning
time.
now.
And
We
also,
won.
Comrade Innocent okay, our political analyst, thank you very much
Thank you for
coming.
having me, sir.
Comrade Francis Obule, JP, PDP chief, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
I've
May
jumped
God bless
over-
Nigeria. We should continue to pray.
That's what
Thank you very much. I'm just over special thanks to
Comrade.
my producer.
try to
Special
come
thanks to my
and
producer
stand
Johnson
by
Obasanjo, my
my
second producer Pastor Mark Omoteri. Same time on Monday for another edition. But don't forget to tune in by 9:30 today for a repeat edition of this program. See you on Monday for another exciting edition.
Thank you.
Stay tuned to our exciting programs for the day. It's goodbye from us. Thank you.